Friend Info Adventure Co. is an immaturely mature podcast. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Welcome back, everybody. That includes the cast and listeners.
Hello, welcome back, us.
Hi.
And you.
Let's dive on in. I'm Riley. I'm the bunker master, and I control the world, God complex, and all of that stuff, and try and kill these fools, whatnot. We start by doing frivolous facts. So a frivolous fact about Elaspis is that in Geohold there is a store that sells only napkins. That's it. Disposable napkins. That's their specialty, 100%. They don't do custom prints. They are just plain off-white napkins.
What's the shop called?
Top of the napkin to you.
Right.
Not even a great name.
No. If anything, it's more confusing.
I was gonna try and make like a napping joke.
Take a napkin.
Yeah, take a napkin, mid-afternoon napkin.
Oh, that's good.
We're napping here.
Okay, actually, that's the name. That's it. Their original name was Top of the Napkin to you, but then the customer suggested we're napkin here.
Is it one of those shit that, like, even though they've painted the new name, you can still sort of see the faded letters of the old name beneath it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because it was a much bigger sign, and they literally only painted over part of it, too. So some of the name isn't even painted over.
Wait,
So it says, like, top of I'm napkin here.
Yeah.
Napkin to you.
They didn't even, like, recenter it. They just used napkin where it was.
Yeah.
I'm Matt, play good boy. He's a psycho. And a frivolous fact about him, his favorite color is blood. Wait, no. He tells everybody that it's blood because, you know, we feel like he has to fit in, but it's actually eggshell white.
I was going to ask if it was like dried blood or fresh blood, but it doesn't matter because that's the fake favorite anyway. It's eggshell white.
Eggshell white,
I know
yeah.
exactly what color that is.
I imagine being around friends and stuff, like there's probably been, deleted scenes of him after combat and there's blood on the ground and you're like, he's unconvincingly trying to be in ooh and awe of the color of it.
Oh boy, I sure do love this. Can't get enough of that.
Meanwhile, stealing side glances at the eggshell white wall.
Yeah.
Very tastefully painted.
Yeah, I'm not disappointed that this blood got all over this wall at all.
I'm Kimberly. I play Phaleon. She's a siren infuser. And a frivolous fact about Phaleon is she gets nervous around things that jump.
Oh, not even necessarily like jump out at you, just things that jump in general.
Yeah, like frogs, spiders that jump.
Van Halen.
The Olympics.
Yes.
A rabbit?
A rabbit. Just too much.
High jump, long jump, fucking hell. Triple jump. There's another one.
Good boy has frogs on him at all times.
I know, and I try to play it cool, but it doesn't always work.
Well, you would hate Super Mario. That's like the whole game. You just jump.
What if Phaleon's car broke down and it needed a jump start? Would you have to just like stand away and, go, and not look?
I'm not looking.
Do we have cars? Is that a thing in Elaspis?
Elaspis doesn't really have, they don't have cars, but we've definitely talked about New Albion being more steampunk, and they have old-timey steampunk style stuff, cars, trucks, etc.
Penny farthings.
What?
Penny farthings?
What is that?
The bikes that have like the giant wheel in front and then the little tiny one in back.
Oh.
I did not know that's what they were called.
Yeah, penny farthing. I don't know if that's steampunk, but I always think of those whenever I see steampunk stuff.
They got gears. Put a little steam on it. You could do it.
Oh yeah, like a motorcycle penny farthing.
Yeah. Ooh, that'd be cool.
Sorry, chap.
That's okay.
We were talking about penny farthings. I bet you know what a penny farthing is.
Of course.
Yeah. This guy knows words.
We have them in our museums and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never seen one in real life, just illustrations.
I legit thought that you were joking about knowing what they were.
Why?
That you were just like playing it cocky type thing. Like, of course I know what they are.
They come from my country.
Fine.
Okay, I'm Kyle. I play Mercurius, the mech pilot. He pilots mechs. And my frivolous fact for today is that he does not care for crabs, like king crab. Doesn't want to eat crab, like
Get
the
crabs.
STD crabs. Yeah. not a fan of crabs, despite their desirable evolutionary trait. Everything turns into crab.
Oh.
It's like trees. I think trees are kind of like the crabs of the plant world. I feel like good boy today.
Wouldn't that be hilarious if there was some sort of body swap mechanic where we had to start acting like each other?
Oh boy.
That's definitely on my list of things to do.
Hi, I'm Phil. I play Tarquin Britstone, the Deadeye Necromancer. And a frivolous fact about him is that definitely when he was little, and sometimes still now, he used to, imagine you've got dinner and you've got like the vegetables and then the meat and the stuff. He wouldn't let it touch, and you have to eat a little bit of each one as you go around. But then you save a tiny bit of each thing at the end, and you smoosh it all together so you get like the best bite is the last bite because it's a bit of everything.
Ooh.
It's like some dinner table strategy. I like that.
Absolutely.
Does he do that like regardless of it's one of those things he's not embarrassed about?
No. Why would you be embarrassed about it? It's like the logical way to eat dinner. Otherwise, how do you decide what to have a bite of next? Do you just close your eyes and dip your spoon in? No. Chaos.
All right. Fine. Okay. You're still inside this arc of going up against Bastion, so give us a Bastion memory.
Okay, Bastion's first act as class president was to make every Friday in the cafeteria mixed stew just to piss me off because I couldn't separate out the vegetables and the meat and stuff because it was all like smooshed together into an already stew thing.
You could separate a stew. You'd need like a colander or something.
Yeah, and so his second act was to ban colanders from the school. Colanders? What even is that?
Dick. What an asshole.
Every dictionary in the whole academy, just when you get to the C page, colanders just crossed out.
Cool. Yeah, I like that. Great. You passed.
Thanks.
Previously, on Friend and Foe, we popped Thadium the Fart Wizard like a gas-filled balloon, and my old chum from school, Bastion, seems to be glitching. Is it just Botox gone wrong, or is there something more sinister going on? Find out today.
But it is your turn now, Tarquin.
Okay, I'm moving forward to the end of the pool. Can I do an insight check, please? I would like to see, so he's on a raised platform. I want to see what is the quality of the legs, what's holding this platform up, basically. 12.
It would be a bunch of metal legs, metal scaffolding and whatnot.
How many C's thick are they?
Not necessarily super thick, but there's a lot of them. So even if you took out certain ones, maybe if you rolled higher, you could find critical points that would be like, well, if I take out these ones, it would weaken it enough that it would collapse that part of it. But there's enough of them there that it's like if you took out a group of 4 or 6 of them with a grenade, it wouldn't necessarily cause it to collapse because other beams support it enough.
Okay, that's cool. Well, how high is it? How many squares high?
Yeah, it's like a square and a half high.
Oh, okay. I have 1 grenade left, so I'm just going to chuck that up onto the platform, please.
Nice. So I think that it would be a little bit out of range, so you just have to roll your accuracy mod and beat a 12 to succeed.
Oh, I got a 7.
You throw it up there, you hit the railing, and you're throwing it at an angle, so it bounces back and just explodes into the rubble of the pool next to you.
First one's a warning, douche.
He is also, at this point, I would say he's in full cover, so if you wanted to shoot at him, he is within range of your shots. It would be a -8 to your accuracy roll.
Fuck it, I've got close enough, so I might be able to counteract that. Yeah, okay, we'll take a shot with Bouts. So, we've got... Okay, so -8, that gives me 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16. That is 13 points of damage.
You shoot him, get through the railing there, and right angle, you see it hit him, and shields give a little refractory light there of boing.
Does anything change with his face when he gets hit?
You can roll insight.
21.
It hits, and then it's weird because it's not like an instantaneous. If somebody got hit, they might flinch instantly or react angrily instantly, but it's like an awkward amount of seconds later that he scrunches his face in anger.
Is he like lagging?
Uh-oh. Bad Wi-Fi connection.
Fair enough. Well, that's my go done at least.
This guy's not even playing on a plugged-in router. Unbelievable. Your ping is like 500, dude.
He's on dial-up.
Good boy, you're still in your rampage. You're on your last turn of your rampage.
Last one. Okay. Gonna do the same thing then that I did the last time. I'm gonna throw it at him, and then I'm going to run up and hit him.
Just throw it first. We'll see how much damage you do. But because he is in partial cover where he is, I will make you roll accuracy and do sort of the same thing again.
Okay. It's a 2.
Okay, so you'll get 1d6. Or 1d8. Sorry, 1d8.
Okay.
Because that's your active skill.
Alright, so that's 4.
All right, now you can do your melee if you want.
Alright, off to a good start. That's a 1, 3, and a 4. So 8 damage.
Yeah, you run up, slash at him, kill him. Wilhelm scream! You do have 2 more movement, but then if you want.
I'm gonna move up toward where the other enemy people are.
So you're moving north 2 more squares. You're in between the set of right tanks. You're heading up towards Bastion. Those other 4 things up there are friends, sort of. They're other friend and foe employees.
Matthias's team, I wouldn't call them friend.
They're foes with benefits.
All right, so there you go. That's your turn done?
That's it.
Okay. Not Tarquin. Everybody but Tarquin gets shield recharge.
Oh,
Hooray!
Oh, except I guess you're inside of Pancake, so you do gain the shield recharge because you personally didn't take any shield damage.
Oh, cool. I was going to ask you about that because I'm not certain.
Yeah, I would say so.
Sweet. But Pancake still has 8. She's got 8 shields left.
Yeah, she doesn't gain any shield recharge.
She has no shield recharge.
And then we go back around to Mercurish.
It's me. Hi. I only have very little movement in this mech. It's slow. I need to put some new thrusters on it. Clearly, I have not been playing Armored Core 6. Then I would have learned how to build a mech. I have 2 squares per turn movement.
If you want to give me mayhem points, I have plenty already. You can move again.
Yeah, what the heck? I'll move 2 squares north and then use the mayhem points to overcharge my thrusters and boost up onto this dead mimic. Right there. Womp. And my railgun only has a range of 4. That's my turn done. I'm just standing there. It's as fast as this thing goes. I'm sorry.
Baleon, you're up. Behind you, you see those enemies getting fairly close.
How close are they?
They're like at a sprint heading towards you. You reckon they'll get there next turn. So they would definitely be within range of an attack, and then you could move if you wanted. Or you could stand your ground and try and hold the door all by yourself.
I don't want to do that. Could I throw a grenade at them, or would that be too far away?
What kind of grenade do you have?
Oh, here it is. It's a rare longbow cryo blast wave.
Yeah, so I guess you don't it doesn't even matter because longbow teleports to them. So your range, you don't need to worry about range. And with it being cryo, you'll slow them down, and I would say they would get to the door this next turn where they're, you'd be moving their sprint down, but they wouldn't be able to necessarily directly attack you or charge into you.
Okay, so it knocks them back and it slows them down, is what my notes say.
Oh, it says it knocks them back as well. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would delay their arrival one more turn.
Okay, so my damage is 1d8 plus 2. Oh, okay. Well, 3.
I mean, that's still great. It still does splash damage.
Does it?
Yeah, all grenades will deal splash damage.
Oh, okay.
That's a very fortuitous grenade mod for this particular situation. I'm very pleased.
It's like you start to throw the grenade and then it just vanishes out of your hand and reappears instantly in front of the person with the fire hands and feet. That's who you're aiming at, right?
Yeah.
And it explodes, sending this blast wave of energy, knocking them back while also cryoing them, which is going to slow them down. You can see frost form on them.
Yeah, why don't you cryo about it?
And you deal damage to that group that's heading your way. You can tell from that explosion, it lit up enough and they were close enough that you can see the one person with the fire, the lady, and then there's 3 other people with her.
Okay. Question about the door. Is it still like usable, or I can't remember. Did someone crash through it?
Tarquin exploded it with his rocket launcher.
Sorry.
Oh, man. Can I still move?
Yes. You also can shoot because you do have your gun attack. Like, grenade is separate from gun and melee.
Oh. Could I shoot the fire lady, or is she too far away?
No,
Okay.
you can shoot.
All right, I'm going to shoot the fire lady with my sniper. Okay, I rolled an accuracy of 21 and dealt 19 points of damage.
Paleon laying down the suppressive fire.
Yeah, so you shoot at her. You see her flames enrage a little bit and a little bit of blue light come off of her as you hit.
Nice.
And then you're moving after that?
Yeah, I think I'm going to move out of the way. I move towards Mercurius so that I'm in the bubble shield.
Yeah, get in Pancake's syrupy embrace.
Wonderful. And now it is the enemy's turn, which Bastion is the only one that's close enough to do anything.
Are we going to do loot afterwards? Like from the enemies?
Loot is definitely dropping out of places. Out of enemies that you've killed, the mimics, the people, all that stuff.
Okay.
Thadium's exploding body.
You know, there's beams of light all over the room. It's like driving at night with astigmatism.
Yeah.
Up in this bitch.
Yeah. Matthias, there's loot on his lap. So I reached out to the community on Discord and they came up with some tech stuff that could be magical for Bastion to use. So I rolled. I combined 2 people's because they were kind of close. Jeff, he had given us a sword and a shield, and then Bane had talked about doing an armband that projects a shield. And so there is a large shield that's going to take damage. It's this armband. He holds it up. He slides the switch on. This large ice shield forms coming out of the armband. And then he pulls out a pen from his pocket and clicks it, and it turns into a flaming sword.
Wait, what's mightier then? I'm so confused.
That's why you combine them.
The ultimate weapon.
The pen sword. But now he's just kind of like posted up, and he's not going to attack you guys this time. There you have it. It is Tarquin's turn.
I've got a health potion, which I'm just going to drink, which is 2d8 plus 5. So that is 3, 10, 5, 15. So I'm drinking that to regain 15 health.
Ooh, nice. What was your health and what's it at now?
32. And then I am going to continue very slowly because my movement is only 4. 1, 2, 3. I'm at the bottom of the stairs, baby.
If you wanted, you could roll a traverse check and try and climb it.
Would that give you a mayhem point?
Yes.
Then I'm fine where I am. But you said it was only 1 square high, right?
It's like a square and a half tall.
Okay, so how high upstairs? Basically, could I reach through the railings and grab his feet?
No, you couldn't at that point. This ice shield that he has, he's rotated towards you too, holding the ice shield as you approach. So it's like you wouldn't be able to reach past that ice shield.
In that case, fuck it, I don't want to spend a turn. Right, I can move again and give you a mayhem point, yeah? Right, I'm going to just peg it to the top of the stairs, and then all these guys are tied up, yes?
Yes.
How about if I throw my sharp fan to cut all their bindings in a row, movie style?
Okay. Yeah. It's going to be a really difficult throw.
Ha.
Let's do 16 accuracy mod. So you have your accuracy mod to add to it.
Yeah, okay. I rolled a 19, so that's 21 with the mod.
Yeah, you throw it, cut all of their ropes.
For the listeners, it goes in fucking slow motion.
Oh, definitely. They are all out, and I will start them after your turn next turn. that's where I'll insert them into the initiative.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because they got to do all the customary stuff like rubbing their wrists where the shackles were holding them to get the blood flow going again, you know.
One of them's got to say, "We're free."
Yeah.
Anything else you're doing on your turn?
I'm just going to say to Bastian, look, dude, you are way outnumbered. Something's not right here. Your face is all glitchy. Just give it up.
Your face is all glitchy. You're stupid. You always were so insulting to me, to everyone. Friends, foes, didn't matter. You always knew how to piss people off.
Yeah, and?
Well, I'm not stopping.
Okay, fine. We'll have to...
You guys can try and kill me. I've got the whole power of Montpellier Technomancy here. Backup's gonna be here any minute.
You haven't got the power of Montpellier Technomancy. You're just a subsidiary. Fuckwit.
Yeah, glitch face.
You're all going down. Ah! Rage mode.
Fair enough.
But it's not his turn, so he's not doing anything.
He's really slowly rage moding.
Rage.
Just you wait. Next turn, I'm going to be really mad.
All right, good boy, you're up. And you are out of your rampage now.
How close are the people that are coming up from behind?
They'll get, like, just inside the door this turn.
I'm going to use this thing that I'm behind. What are these things, by the way? The
Water
blue thing
tanks.
that
They've
Okay.
water tanks, and they've got rocks in them, varying sizes of rocks.
All right. I'm going to use that as cover, and I'm going to aim toward the door. I'm going to metagame anyway. I don't care. I'm going to aim toward the door, and I'm going to wait for the people to come running through.
You'll move the body of the guy in front of you or stand on top of it. Doesn't really matter.
Your boots make really nice squelching sounds when you step on his like blood-soaked corpse.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, my favorite color. Yay.
So you've moved up to the edge of that pool, and you're just posted up, aiming your combat rifle at the door, right?
Waiting for whatever comes running through.
And that's your turn.
Yeah. So when I hold my action, does that mean I can just jump in whenever?
Yeah, we'll say, like, you're waiting for somebody to go through the door. So as soon as they go through the door, we'll trigger that.
Okay. Got it.
With that, we'll go back around to... Oh, everybody gets their shield recharge, because nobody got damaged that turn.
Yay! A whopping 10 shields. I'm unstoppable, baby. So are we letting Tarquin solo the boss and we're just covering him? Or should I get up there? I'm slow. I might as well stay and provide cover.
That's what I was thinking too, but if he has those 4 people that are going to be helping him out.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not soloing. I've got my good friend, Reba, Jurgen, and Cherry Bomb. Jorgen. Is that his name? Jorgen. That's how much he matters to us.
His first name is Jorgen, his last name is Jurgen. Jorgen. Wait a minute, are you Jurgen my chain?
Oh. Nah, only Jorgen.
Only Jorgen. That is perfect. I love that. Okay, so I'm just going to shout up to Tarquin and be like, you good? We'll cover the door?
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, and then I will turn Pancake around, move 1 square to stand next to Phaleon, keep her in the Pancake's warm syrupy embrace, and watch the door.
Kind of readying in action as well. Like, you guys are laying in wait, ambush style.
Yeah, I got the minigun spinning up. She's not firing yet, but it's going...
Your minigun probably wouldn't be able to hit it.
Oh, that's right. Charging up the railgun. With same sound effect, though. Same sound effect. Very, very small stockpile of sound effects.
You are spinning the minigun. You're just not going to fire it, too. You know, just for fun.
just for effect, because it's cool. I like it. I like it when it goes speed. Yeah, that is a 2 squares in front, 3 squares wide. So that's a very short range on that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put Pancake in park here.
Yeah, Phaleon, your turn, right?
Yep, I'm next. Is Bastion even here? Like, is he taking damage? Like, is he like, what are those, like, holograms? Whatever. Is he, like, digitized?
I think that's what the lag was about. Yeah. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't roll an inside check or anything, but that's what it sounds like. If he's got lag, maybe he's just a projection.
Has he been taking damage?
You can roll an insight.
Okay, I'll roll an insight.
You know, you can say that out loud type thing, and Tarquin can also roll an insight if he wants.
I'll roll an insight because I'm closer. I can see. He's got that ice shield. 14 I got.
I got 4.
Oh. But I am closer, so that's narratively that's fine.
Yeah, Baleon, you couldn't tell from that distance. Tarquin, you shot at him and you did see blue energy hit like as it hit his shield, and in a previous fight you saw blood come out when his shield had been broken.
I'm so confused. All right. Anyway, I'm going to throw a grenade at Bastion, right? Because the range doesn't matter.
You're totally right. Yep. It ignores cover and everything too. So you can 100% hit him.
Okay. I'm going to do that.
Damn.
Oh my gosh, you could just like teleport grenades right into anybody's face. I love this.
Okay. Well, 3 points of damage.
It'll take him by surprise. It's fine.
Yeah.
I feel like, don't you have a skill or like a feat that increases any elemental damage, or is it only a certain type of elemental damage? It might be on your character sheet, if anything.
Like one of the unlocking things.
Oh, so you have that class feat that adds +2 elemental damage to any elemental attack, which includes this. So we'll go back, and all of 4 of those enemies that you hurt before, they'll take an additional 2 points of cryo damage.
Excellent.
And then Bastion will take 5 points of damage.
Yeah. And I want to shout, surprise, bitch.
Yeah, you hit him from behind. He's facing Tarquin, so it's not hitting his shield, like his ice shield. And then he also gets knocked back 1, which would be knocked forward 1 closer to Tarquin. There you go. Dang. Good job. And
Thanks.
And he is now cryoed, so he will move at half speed.
Perfect. Can I still do like infused pigeon, or is that like too much of a turn?
No, yeah, you can still do that.
Is it going to give you mayhem?
No.
Okay. He's still like facing, like his back is to me.
Yes, yeah, you've pushed him forward, but he's still facing Tarquin. He glances back at you.
And I just like look around, pretending that it wasn't me. What?
Somebody's throwing stuff, man. Watch out.
I said it takes him ages because he's cryoed. He's like, what?
And he's lagging.
Does he have a shield around his whole body, or just the big shield in front of him?
No, you saw like the blue glistening of a shield, like an electric shield, but he also has an ice shield.
Okay. Double shielded.
Yeah, but the ice shield is like a literal shield. It formed out of this armband on his hand. Pigeon, if you wanted Pigeon to attack body, then you could do that.
Yeah. Would fire be best?
Fire would be good against flesh. Electricity good against shield.
I'm going to infuse Pigeon with electricity, and he's going to go to Bastion and poke his back a lot.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Actually, before you do that, there is something that I need to do retroactively. And I've literally had this on my notes for like the last multiple episodes, and I keep forgetting to do it. So, retroactive first time, roll me a d20.
15.
That's fine. Retroactive second time, roll me another d20.
12.
Okay, you're fine. Now, this time, roll me a d20.
4. What does it mean?
So when you go to infuse Pigeon with shock, the other 2 times you passed, so that's great. But this time, it almost takes you a second, like your tattoo flickers a little bit and you feel a little bit of exhaustion. It feels very familiar to, like, you can tell, it's like in your blood. It takes you a second longer to get Pigeon infused with shock than it normally would, like a little extra effort.
Is it because of the mimics?
You could roll insight if you want.
Okay, I'm going to roll insight. Like, what the hell's happening? 18. Oh, wait. I got to add something. 21.
Okay, yeah. You instantly know that maybe you're not, like, fully better from the red gemstone, from the red, crystal, the void crystal.
Oh, okay.
Like, the doctor might have told you at some point that, like, we did our best to get as much of the residue out of your blood with the sleeches, but there might still be a little bit left in there.
Oh, well, shit. Okay.
Well, shit.
So you get a little flare up, but you're still able to infuse Pigeon, and he goes and attack. So go ahead and do your attack on Bastion.
You need to get an arc reactor, like is that Iron Man that has that?
Yeah, because that's supposed to keep like the metal away from going into his heart.
Yeah.
I rolled 11 points of damage from Pigeon.
So it'll be triple that, so 33 points of damage because of your other feat that does
super effective.
Super effective, yeah, exactly. Oofa baboofa.
Man, Balion's a machine this round.
His shield completely dissipates. Pigeon goes and starts pecking, and the shield just like almost like a firework. You know those crackle fireworks that are like.
Well done, Pigeon.
That was 1 point more than you needed to take out his shields.
Holy.
Whoa, how powerful is he?
Well, I mean, he has shields and health. He's a boss.
Huh. Okay.
Gotta have like 50 shields or so. I forgot how much damage Tarquin did to him.
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what he had, was 50 shields.
Hey, oh, look at that. Look at that guesswork. I'm doing it.
He's an executive, so he can actually afford healthcare.
Guessing that's your turn then, right?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Just a little turn.
That's just a little turn. Just a little damage.
Yeah, no big deal. Then we will go to the enemy's turn, which is literally just him. Okay, he's right next to you.
Don't forget he's cryoed.
Which is his movement. So, but he's right adjacent to you anyway, so he's going to melee you with that fiery, spicy sword.
Oh, Bastion's cryoed.
He moves his ice shield to the side and swings with this flaming energy pen sword and deals 16 points of damage. But you do have shields, right?
Only 4 points of.
That will literally save your life, I think, here.
Ooh.
I said 16 points of damage, so it does that 4 points of damage to your shields with its fire, which takes it down to 12, but then it's dealing damage to your flesh, so it'll do 24 points of damage.
Okay, so I've got eight hit points left.
That would have exactly killed you if you had no shields, right? Because 16 times 2 would have been 32.
Yeah.
Wow. And then I'm going to use a mayhem point for an extra action.
Rip.
This one is from Aramil. After he attacks you with his sword, he reaches over to his nice suit jacket, opens it up, and his handkerchief grabs it out of his...
Can it be a napkin? Come on, it should be a napkin.
His pocket square made out of a egg white napkin. He throws it into the air, and it like origamis itself into a bird, and it flies towards... I mean, it's going to fly towards Phaleon or Mercurius at that point, but there's the bubble shield there. So, 8 points of damage to the bubble shield.
Ooh, that is exactly what I had left. Bubble shield is no more.
Shield's gone. And that was explosive. It was an explosive bird, but it really doesn't matter because the shield was covering both of you. It's like, otherwise it would have been able to do half damage to the adjacent ally.
Hey there, welcome to the middle of the episode. It's been a long journey, why don't you kick back and have a drink? Of course, I'll be doing all the usual stuff like thanking Nerdvana Games for creating Bunkers and Badasses. It's a super fun system, and I highly recommend it. You can snag your own copy at nerdvanagames.com. Some of the dulcet tones you've been enjoying this episode were created by me. That's right, I'm a musician, kinda. I do lots of original music and covers, which you can find on YouTube and SoundCloud by searching for Mecha Mac Music. Obligatory YouTuber, smash that subscribe button. My sibling Shar does music for us too, so look them up at Shar13, that's Shar XIII, on YouTube, and also smash their like button and subscribe. All right, here comes another Q&A segment, and then the rest of the episode. Finish your drink. I'm going to need you to leave that glass here.
A little pre-Q&A thing. This is a fun one, but a long one. So if you'd rather just get back to the episode, skip ahead 13 and a half minutes. But either way, enjoy the rest of the episode and feel free to send us any listener questions via our Discord or social media. Links can be found in the episode description. Listener question time. We've got another one from Aramil, and this is kind of the follow-up for he asked one of each of the players, and now it's my turn. And for this Q&A, we also have Ian here because we're recording the Patreon exclusive stuff right now, and I needed to record some of these Q&As. So thanks for joining us, Ian.
Yeah, did I have a choice? Not really, but it's fine.
Son of a gun.
He's just going to show up in the middle of a random episode. We're always happy to have you.
Yeah, exactly. And it plugs the Patreon stuff. So like coming in a couple of months, here's Ian gonna be BMing for us. He BMs in front of all of us, and it's
stay tuned.
His BMing is less stinky than mine.
Well, I don't know. It's not that I've been doing it longer. It's more concentrated.
We're the same age, aren't we?
I have no way of knowing.
I was born in 88.
89.
Oh, shit. You're younger and more accomplished, handsomer, whatever. Fuck this. Life isn't fair. So Aramil asked of me, Riley, have the players yet done anything that made you secretly think, fuck you, meaning ruin shit badly? We have all the players here. Do you guys want to take guesses at anything that you think fucked up plans?
When we didn't kill Nettie for kidnapping Tarquin.
That was one huge one. Well, I'll dive into that real quick because I had this whole plan. I wrote up, I made custom enemy sheets for like the squaretons, skeletons with square heads. You weren't gonna kill Nettie. She was gonna escape while you fought the skeletons, the squaretons. But oh boy, when you guys didn't fight, and you can hear it like in Nettie being like, you're just gonna let me go, okay? Are you sure? Like it was just so like it totally took it didn't, not in a bad way necessarily. I was a little bit fuck you because it was like I had a certain ending in mind. I felt so awkward and I was like, this is so bad. This is going to be the worst episode. And then when I finished editing it and even listening to it while editing, I was like, no, this was actually really good. Like I just was so thrown off by you guys not killing. Like you guys do tend to be murder hobos.
Well, I was going to say
absolutely
the opposite of that. Were you expecting us to have such a negative reaction to Matthias and the B team? Because our very first instinct was we've got to kill these guys and get those out of the way.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That was a very big twist for me because I did have plans kind of for Matthias and all that. And I was totally expecting, like somewhat of a charming thing and that maybe it would be like a potential love interest for Phaleon. Or
do you know what your mistake was there, Riley?
What?
The first time we met him was that whole creepy magical door conversation. That just put us off completely. We're like, right, this guy has to go.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I did not expect for you monsters to kill him. Well, and okay, for Tarquin to like sort of go on that, I just expected any of you other three to stop him.
Yeah, guys, your fault. The blame is on you.
I'm ride or die, man. I'll do whatever Tarquin's up to. Yeah, let's do that.
Oh my gosh. I think I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of directions you guys will take, but then you do something completely different. And I'm just flabbergasted every time. And I'm like, how am I still surprised by you guys? We've been doing this for 2 years. That's bullshit. I shouldn't be surprised by you guys. But I'm glad you guys do. I really am. Kimmy, do you have one that you can think of?
When we decided to take over the water facility instead of fight, I honestly thought that was the only option.
We were in the car. It was like pretty soon after the session because I think we were on our way to a party and I was just like, I can't believe that you were the one to suggest that and I never thought of it. And you were like, oh, I thought that was the only option. What? You thought that I presented 3 options. You can buy it from Crystal Glaze. You can buy it from More Water. You can buy it from what's the third one? The one Mercurius went to.
Salamanca's.
Yeah, you can buy it from the Salamanca's place, essentially.
Fuck those guys. Oh.
Yeah. And so I had totally, I stacked it so that they would buy it from the Salamancas. And sure enough, the votes were going that way. And then it goes to Phaleon to vote. And she's just like, let's just take it over. I was like, what the hell? Okay. Well, next episode was going to be like side quest stuff of you guys, doing the job board like I originally set up like the 40 episodes ago. But no. Okay. Yeah. We're taking over this water facility. That's great. Cool.
No, side quests, that's B team stuff, man. We got to do the big ones.
But so I loved that. I'm so glad you you did that because I think it's led to some really fun shenanigans and our most combat heavy arc as well, which has been really entertaining. Matt, do you have one?
Not specifically, but I know there's been a few times where it seemed like you're trying to walk us up to something really obvious, and we all just kind of are like, no, not that.
The whole kidnapping of Polly. I had set up so much different stuff. I was like, oh, you'll get the skag and lure her there. You're not I wasn't setting it up for you to kidnap her or anything. I was setting it up to like lure Jackbot so that you could fight the Jackbots by themselves, like less interference type of thing. And I had it all set up like that. I had the episode fairly planned out to, go and hunt for her skag and find it. And then within like 5 minutes, I was just like, okay, fuck you guys, because this is not going where I wanted or where I imagined. It's not even about what I wanted. And that's the thing, though, is that like really, other than the water plant, I don't think I've ever had like a fuck you moment. And even the water plant, I was like, fuck, that's really good. Why didn't I think of that? And I'm so glad that you did, but it does screw up so many plans I had with that, with like water management almost, and like you guys being forced to buy water from there. And maybe at some point you'd run scarce on it. And no, you guys just, overrode all that.
You were planning for like a fight, and instead you had to plan for a whole business model.
Yeah, for real.
Was that when we talked about like the royalties or whatever? Like earning...
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like a 20-minute phone call of like, yes, you can have it for this much, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. And in hindsight, that whole thing, I shake my head at listening to, because I'm like, I could have just been like, he offers you a ridiculous price. You need to negotiate for a favorable price for you guys. Like right now it's favoring him, and there would be just the scale and not actual numbers. But in the moment, I was just like, yeah, let's throw numbers out. What an idiot.
Yeah.
That's just poor planning on my part. But there's also like, when you run games, all of a sudden you realize things that could be better and ways they can work better. So Ian, do you have one?
I was going to say, it seems like Drake Wilson does a pretty good job of subverting the expectations.
Yeah.
Like just being like, oh yeah, there's this whole other team that's here and they're against you. And when you're heisting this house, and this estate, and we're just like, oh yeah, I'm just not going to interact with them for most of this.
The first one we did, Ian, I was messaging Ian back and forth a lot about like ideas and how it would work kind of. And it went pretty differently from how I thought. But the beauty with Drake is the like clever thinking that happens so far ahead. Like question for you, because the coconut thing was hilarious. I remember you handed the coconut to an enemy, right? To those guards.
Yeah.
And I thought that was going to be the end of it. But was your plan like always to give it to them and then take it back in that moment?
No.
Okay.
No, I forgot. I 100% handed it over and been like, okay, I don't need this anymore because we distracted, we got the skags to do their thing already with the food tray. And then I was like, oh wait, I still need something to swap out for the relic or the vault piece. And I was like, oh, actually I need that back. So then, yeah, I tried to play it off by saying that I needed their fingerprints on it or something. But no, that was just me being like, oh, whoops. Oh, I do need that still.
I really enjoyed that. That was one of those moments where I was just like, that was great. That was such a good lead up to that. And it felt so natural, like that was the plan all along.
I mean, you give me a coconut tree, I'm going to make coconuts.
Coconut aid?
The old saying, when life gives you coconuts.
Frame somebody's bodyguard or employee with it. Yeah, I mean, really, you guys mentioned all of them. You hit on every one of them, which was fantastic. Also, going back to Ian too, when the second arc, I thought that you guys would be more loot crazy and steal stuff and then have to fight the Guardian. But that whole entire session went by with no combat. And I was really surprised because, Good Boy, I think it was, had the idea of like presenting like a gift, I think.
I don't remember.
And then you guys all presented gifts, and Phaleon like snuck the crystal, which ended up being great for a later plan and tying things in and, teasing things to come type of thing. It was so good. But I was a little disappointed that I didn't get a big fight. You guys just are unpredictable. And I love that. And it's fun playing Honey Heist right now for the Patreon episode, and kind of hopefully doing that a little bit. But I feel like running a more planned session like from the book, we don't go too off the rails because we know there are there is an end point. But we have done some things that I'm like, well, what's in the box?
Yeah, well, so I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 maps that you went to one of them and then left. So I would say there's some unexplored territory that I set up in here that we did not use.
Think of all the loot that could have been on those maps that we didn't get.
Oh my gosh.
Dang it.
After all of these sessions, I wanted to go dive into the book and be like, what did we miss? What are things? But I'm like, no, I can't, because that could spoil future things too.
It's completely the opposite of how I play video games, because I am so thorough when I play video games. Every nook and cranny, I have to get all the loot.
Yeah.
But in this, it's just like, we're out here having a good time, hanging out with my buddies,
Could you imagine if we played this like the video games and we're like, okay, so you're saying there's a bunch of cardboard boxes. I'm going to spend 30 minutes going through every one of them. Yeah. Meleeing them, collecting loots, a little bit of like $1 or $2 here,
Hold on. I have to compare my guns again to see if this one's better than this one.
Yeah, exactly.
This one has 1 more damage.
But the bonus is to fire and not shock. Do I want that?
Hemming and hawing in the inventory for an hour.
Well, perfect. I think that answers that. I didn't have to answer that because you guys really got to answer it for me. So, woot. Thanks, guys.
Surprised we hit them all. Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that there's a couple of other things, but for the most part, those were the really, really big ones. Also, the train thing was 50-50. Well, not even. I mean, I had planned out for the end of the train arc, I had planned out like Phaleon will likely give the thing, or they'll figure out a way to save the train or whatever it was. No, they didn't.
Yeah, good job saving the train, Phaleon.
Everyone was counting down, like literally counting down. It was very stressful.
So that was a big surprise, and everything that followed that whole next episode. Like I had laid out where people were and kind of a mechanic to decide who lives and who dies. But that was all just like random. That wasn't even necessarily you guys at that point. It was just
then Drake showed up.
And then Drake shows up immediately after.
To derail it in a different way.
Yeah. Last thing for this one, I guess, but I love that the tonal shift that you came into, right? We had weeks before recorded this heavy episode. People died. Tarquin lost the love of his life, sort of thing. His love interest at the very least. And then you come in and it's just like, we all had this like very dark tone. And I was like, come in for this fun adventure.
I have the perfect spot to drop you in here.
I was like, okay, cool. Smart. That was smart, Riley. All right. Back to the episode now. All right. And then we got soldiers coming in. The woman walks in. She's fired up. Flames on her hands, on her feet. I'm here to talk to your boss. Which one of you is in charge here? But Good Boy and Mercurius, you both were readied. So go ahead and both of you can just roll your attacks.
This mid-monologue gets blasted. Rolling a dirty 20, doing 6 points of damage with the railgun. That is shock damage.
Is the railgun shock?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You see her shields go down and some blood. You hit body.
Uh-huh. Hey, my shields are down too. Same hat.
Winners.
Hey, buddy.
I also got a dirty 20 for my accuracy. 46 and 1d12. 4d6?
4 dice that are 6 dimensions.
And I dealt 18 damage.
Yeah, you shoot into her, dealing that 18 damage. Bravo. Some good hits. Some solid hits. Gee willikers. Imagine if you rolled high.
I know. I rolled like 4 ones. It was ridiculous.
So now they are in there. She's gotten shot. They're not going to be able to take any sort of action there because they were cryoed. It took them longer to get into the building. The front person is just inside the warehouse. The 3 people behind her are just outside of the door. There's kind of rubble. I mean, it's a exploded door entry, not a door there. You know, it's bigger than that. Tarquin, it's your turn.
I know Pigeon has already checked, but now, like, I'm literally in Bastion's face. He is right up against. Can I want it right. Can I search or, like, look inside, whatever? Has he got any, like, tech, like, implants or, like, plugins or any? Look, just let me have another look.
Go for it. Yeah, do a search check.
Do the test from Blade Runner, like the android test.
Yeah. Do you have an hour? Can we sit down and run through these questions?
Oh God, 5.
His shield is up. That ice shield is in the way, and when he slashed at you with it, you only got like a quick glance, but you weren't able to tell for sure.
Okay. When I summon Gladys, could she appear behind him?
It needs to be adjacent to you. But that could be right next to him, because diagonal down to the right is adjacent to you.
No, that's not good enough.
But then she can move. And she could move to be behind him.
No. Could I do it all in one turn?
Maybe. What do you want to do? Are you talking about doing a badass move? Because if you want to do a badass move, you could summon her behind him or something, you know? Like, of course, I'm not going to limit your stuff.
All right. Badass move. I want to summon Gladys behind him. You know she has razor claws. Have you seen the end of Jurassic World Dominion?
No, I haven't seen any of the new Chris Pratt Jurassic stuff.
Okay, there's a big ass spiky dinosaur, and then another dinosaur pushes the bad dinosaur into the spiky dinosaur and it impales it. So I want Gladys behind him with her claws out, and I'm just gonna wrap my cape around Bastion so he's all like tangled up, and then just fucking fly kick him into the spikes.
Okay. I don't think anybody can help you there really, other than maybe Pigeon.
Cannot like Jorgen and Reba and all that, can they chip in?
No. They will be freed right after your turn.
Right, okay. Never mind. Well, I got a 19.
That's definitely going to succeed.
Excellent.
Go ahead and describe what you're going to do. Oh, also, you're going to have to spend a badass token to do this badass move.
Yeah, that's
you
fine.
You badassed once last session.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, because is he still cryo-y slowy?
Yes.
Okay, so like I, duck down around him and wrap my cape around him so he's all sort of tangled in the cape. He's like, oh, what the hell? And then I summon Gladys behind him, and she's got her spikes out. So, Gladys is behind him. She sticks her razor, like, Lady Deathstrike fucking hands out. And then, just a proper solid kick to the guts. Kick to the stomach so that he flies back into the spiky arms.
I mean, he's got his shield up, so it's like you're more so kicking into the shield.
Whatever. We're close enough. It's gonna knock him back. Because his back is unprotected.
Let's go ahead and roll a melee attack. Not with your sharp stuff, right? Because you're doing whatever your regular melee is.
Yeah, I'm literally just kicking him. That is a 10.
And you get to add your damage, not your damage modifier, but your big number damage.
That makes it 13 now.
All right, and then he backs into her spikes. And let's just roll that as if it was her claw attacks.
2d8, so 17. And then I'm going to say, what a prick.
You did your whole double kick into the shield thing. It's cracking a little bit. Pushed him backwards into the claws and dealt that 17 points of damage. It's a good, solid hit. He's impaled, but he's not dead. He pulls out from it.
Yeah.
And it's like a little blood comes out, but still standing just fine.
Except he's wrapped in my cape, don't forget.
Yeah, he is wrapped in your cape. So we'll say that he's got to roll a certain number there or take his whole turn to do it, to get out of it.
Cool.
Bravo. You get 4 badass tokens for that.
Badass tokens, they can just add 1, right?
Yes.
So I've got 45 badass tokens. Could I just slap him for 45 damage?
Yeah, pretty much. Like you would roll your normal melee attack, and then you would add 45. You can add on however much you want.
Jesus Christ, dude! You slapped his skeleton right out of his body.
Do you want to add it on to your badass attack?
Yeah, go on.
So you're doing it it would be partially into a shield. It's definitely going to break the shield. You're going to do an extra 45? You're spending all 45?
Fuck it, yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. That's so badass that I will level you up to your rank 3 badass rank.
I'm going to look across at Phaleon and just hold up like 3 fingers with a massive grin.
I'm going to re-describe this, right? You kick into a shield, it shatters, pieces of it stab into him, the ice get into his body. He gets pushed back into Gladys's claws and gets impaled on there. He's bleeding. You can see some of her claws even like poking all the way through, right?
Yes.
He coughs up a little bit of blood, and not just blood, but like a little bit of black something comes out.
Oil type robot things.
Do you want to look and see what it is?
Can I, like really tenderly cup his cheek and get a bit on my finger and then lick it?
Yes, absolutely.
Let's do that.
Okay, roll insight for what it tastes like.
23.
Okay, it does not taste like oil. Instead, it tastes like it's an indescribable taste. It is very, very gross, rancid, and it even feel like in your mouth you feel it like move a little.
It's nanobots. Help! It's the gray goo.
I'm gonna spit it out. It's like the black cancer from the X-Files.
I was going to say this stuff from Prometheus.
Yes.
You spit it out, and like you can even see it like moving a little bit on the floor. And Bastion, you bastard! Why did you do this? I'll get you. This isn't fair. And you see his eye start to bulge. And then it's like pulsing. And then it pops out.
Oh.
And it's hanging there. And then you see what looks like black ichor coming out, oozing out of the eye. And then you just see these like little teeny eyeballs all over it, open, and they're looking at you, looking all over. I mean, there's eyeballs all over this thing's body, and it oozes out and then drops to the floor. And it's about this. It's large-ish, but also very small. It's like the size of your foot. Eyeballs covering it, and you can see some tech pieces kind of stuck inside of it. Bastion, still alive, is. I'm going to roll, actually, to see how well he maintains. Oh, really well. Okay. He's like, oh, thank you. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, I'm free, though. And this thing on the ground, it looks kind of like a slug with a black, gooey slug on the ground with eyes all over it and little tech pieces in it. Start eating the metal.
Okay.
Super gross description. I got goosebumps. I'm like squicked out. Oh, it's covered in eyes.
Ew.
Thanks for listening, badasses. We hope you're enjoying this current arc. Just to let you know, our Patreon is now live. The first part of a hot sauce-filled adventure is up on there, and you can listen now by becoming an ultimate badass and supporting us on there. Spoiler alert, doesn't end too well for me. Shout out to our current ultimate badasses. We've got Raymond, Colin, Kelsey, Maxim, Hover, and Daniel. Your support literally means the world to us. You guys are why we do what we do, so thank you so much. If you can't support us on Patreon for whatever reason, then you can still show us some love by leaving us a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen, or liking the episodes and leaving a comment on YouTube. Apologies, this episode came out late. Riley got pretty sick, died, now has an embarrassing trauma. His left leg is now 3 inches shorter than his right leg. Pretty embarrassing. He's on the mend now, but he may need an extra week to get the next episode edited and released. So let's plan on January the 30th for the next episode. That's everything. So until next time, remember, dark times lie ahead, and there will come a time time when we must make the choice between what is easy and what is badass. Choose wisely. Bye!
Vault Hunter, I'll watch your back if you watch mine, Vault Hunter. Those bandits better run and hide. You got your 20-sided die. You got a sparkle in your eye. You got your guns. Let's get some.
Hey, wait, what are you? Does this mean that Bastion was gonna do the tanker thing? He was all in, but then his dad put this fucking weird thing in him to control him and make him do the business thing.
So, yeah, I suppose next time. I mean, so is he back to normal now? Does he remember any of this?
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.